Yes, episode 7 of the Vinyl Search. How you doing? Big thanks, as always, for your views, your comments, anyone who subscribed. Really appreciate it. I'm noticing things are going up and up. Just wow, honestly, thank you so much. Still recovering from the weekend in Birmingham. I'm not 25 anymore. I was out all day Saturday, up all night Saturday night into Sunday morning, then back out again on a Sunday. I've actually got a few weeks off work. I've noticed that there was loads of days that I've just not taken this year. I have had a few good trips, so I thought I'll use them. Last couple of days here, though, the weather's been really bad. I mean, the wind's been battering us, rain, so I've just kind of chilled. It's Wednesday now, actually, and I thought, you know what, let's get out there, have a cheeky little drive out to a few record shops. In my previous videos, I've talked about towns that orbit Manchester city centre that have all got record shops in. I've done all the ones in South Manchester, which you've seen. I've done Stockport, the SK1 Records, which is in East Manchester, and I've kind of neglected North Manchester. The previous episode, we did Bury, which I thought we found some amazing stuff in there. And there's a few other towns in North Manchester that I've just not been to yet. One particular town I'm going to today is Prestwich. There is like a building unit within like a suburban housing area, and I checked Google search, and there's two record shops in there. There's Beatin, which is a northern soul dealer. It actually used to be based in Manchester city centre, and it moved back out to Prestwich. And there's also another place in there called the Cellar, neither of which I've been in since it's been in this place. The Record Cellar's, according to opening times in Google, it's only open 2 or 3 days a week in the week. So if I'm in work, I just can't get there. So today's the opportunity, just get down there and have a little mooch. There used to be, I don't know if it's still there, used to be another shop in Prestwich called Endless Music, which many years ago I actually did a little job for. I got talking to the guy, and he told me he had boxes and boxes of 12 inches in his cellar. They're all mixed. He didn't know what was in them. There was like dance, rap, pop, R&B, and said we're just looking for someone to go through and put them in categories. So I remember spending a few weeks on the Saturdays going in there, sorting out all these crates of records and putting them in genres. And he just said, look, he let me take up to like 40 pieces a week. So if I was in there for like a month for 4 weeks, I'd walk out, he just said take 40 records. So I remember coming out of there each Saturday with a bit of a haul, and I found some great stuff. But I'm not even sure if Endless Music is still going. I'll have to check Google. But anyway, let's head over to Prestwich, and I'll bring you back in a few Edwin Stars. So I've arrived in one of the most unassuming places you'd expect to find a record shop. This is Prestwich. Like I say, I was telling you earlier, just a housing estate everywhere. Nice housing estate. But here's the building in question. Literally, if I'd not Google searched this, I would absolutely have no idea. Let's get a big wide scan of this. I mean, I just wouldn't know. I mean, there is a sign there at least saying that there's a record, Beatin Rhythm, but it doesn't even look remotely open. I mean, you got prison gates up there. Wow. Let's get a wider shot of this. It's quite a tall building. Bank House. Look at that, I don't know which floor's it on, but yeah, the home of 2 record places. Might as well go inside and have a look. So this is inside the highly established Beatin Rhythm Records. It's been in Prestwich now 10 years, I do believe. It used to be in Manchester city centre, and that's my memories of it. I used to come in here, and there used to be like long box CDs from the late 80s, early 90s, and the boxes on the floor, and I'd pick like my New Jack Swing CDs out of here. On here's all like the new released reissue CDs, mainly from Kent and companies like that you can pick up. There's a nice original pressing of Roy Ayers there, Everybody Loves the Sunshine. You've got all your used CDs here, Modern Soul. I'll show you, there's a bit of New Jack Swing in here, compilations. Then you get into all your Motown, Northern Soul 7s here, and all the general labels. Books, magazines, they're all here. I mean, there's an incredible amount of history here, black music history in these boxes. Some used vinyl on the floor here. Some newer pressings here, some compilations. 7s on the wall. And in this box in particular, he's very kindly let me have a look through, is the rare box, Rare Northern Soul. Now, I'm in unknown territory here, so any Northern Soul fans want to come here to Prestwich and pick yourself up a rarity, this is what you're going to find. And now I do know J.R. Bailey. He's done some great Modern Soul. Promo copy there, £50. See, this is the prices we're talking. I'd love to get into this stuff. I only have like a few like compilation CDs of all the big hitters, but you got to be a rich man to go down this route. You got to have money. There you go. I mean, they do look tempting, don't they? Maxine Brown. Here's a £100. Tony Bruno. Wow. The Cadillacs. Candy and the Kisses. The Cavaliers, I gotta find her. I mean, that just sounds amazing, doesn't it? I gotta find her. You know, maybe could be a New Jack Swing cover version of that somewhere. Who knows? Nobody knows what's going on. The Clovers. Derek and Ray Interplay. I Can't Leave You. The Destinations. Oh, it just sounds amazing, doesn't it? So yeah, this is a flavour of the sort of stuff in the rare box. The fabulous peps with these eyes, wonderful. Playing a loser, you don't even get song titles like this anymore, do you, from artists? They just don't go this deep. The Way of a Man. Oh. I have heard of Ines Fox, Hurt by Love. I've heard of that. There's Aretha Franklin. Wow. On Columbia. I didn't know she recorded on Columbia. There's more. Is that Aretha or Irma? No, it's definitely Aretha. Irma Franklin. That is amazing. I mean, you've got your more, you've got a bit of Motown here. Blinky, I'll always love you. So there's enough to go through. I have spotted in the CD boxes though, down here, for the new Jack Swingers, we've got Hammer. We've got another Bobby Brown. I haven't seen that, and it's sealed. I haven't seen that for many years. Bruce Saunders, the cult group Z-Luke. See, if I didn't have any of these, I'd buy them. Rhythm Syndicate. Again, I haven't seen that for years in a record shop. The Big Track Passion. Ivan Rodgers and Carl Sturken. Old Redhead Kingpin here. The Time on CD. Another Bruce. Bit of Gene Rice. Oh. Lisa Taylor. Yeah, what I am picking up today. I'll just show you what I'm picking up today. I found this obscure compilation. It's like a house street soul compilation called Keep It Locked, and it's got an LG Jam Inc. Alice I Want You Just For Me cover version and Cash the Master Quit Holding Back, which was the street soul record. Not seen this comp before. Cindy, Which Way's Up? But I come in for this actually. I'm a big fan of Ronnie McNair, and Kent have just issued a bunch of rare 70s tracks on an album unreleased called Makes a Move. So yeah, really happy to find that.
I think it's actually better like that. You know, that you've had a bit of.
So I have been in both stores now. I've come out of Beatin Rhythm. I have been in the record Cellar, and just let me show you where it is. If you just walk through here, unfortunately, lovely guy downstairs who works down here, but he's mainly an online business and he didn't really want his store being filmed, which I totally understand and have to respect that, but he's just down here. So you just walk, because again I missed this before, and just walk down here down to the record Cellar, and got a lot of LPs in there, a lot of 7-inch singles, a couple of boxes of 12 inches. I will show you my little haul though, what I found in there, but there it is if you're going to take a visit. So just got back from my little excursion in Prestwich, in those two places. Had a really good chat actually with both the owners, and because they're so off the beaten track, how they're actually managing to stay afloat and make money. Both are on Discogs. I think Beatin Rhythm has a really good, because they've been established for 20 years or so since their Manchester city centre shop. They've got, they've got the regular Northern Soul collectors coming in buying stuff, and also like the new compilations as that. And the other guy in the cellar downstairs in that cellar, he says he's been selling stuff online for like over a decade. It's kind of, it's got an appointment kind of feel base to it going in. And when I went in there downstairs, it's set up for online really. It's not like a shop that's just all there for customers to come and browse in. So, like I said, I had a good little hour in there rummaging around. I'll just show you what I found. I'll just go back to that CD compilation that I found in Beatin Rhythm, which I've never seen before. They keep it locked. This is a big one. Back in the late 80s, I do remember picking up a few 12s that are on here. Cash the Master, Quit Holding Back, which sampled Cheryl Lynn. It had a big street soul, heavy bass line going through it. Some of you may remember that 12. There's also a couple of tracks from LD Jam Incorporated, which they work with Sylvia Teller. I think there's a few house tracks on here. There's like an interesting cover version of Full Force, Alice, I Want You Just For Me. There's also a track called The Swinging Thing by Flowers Ltd. There's tracks by Longsy D on here. So what you're getting is a compilation of late 80s house, street soul, maybe a bit of New Jack. I mean, really interesting find that. Never seen it. In the actual record cellar, a few cheap 7-inch finds. Stephen Dante, I'm Too Scared, produced by Gardner Cole and Monte Moore. One of my all-time favourites, that. A couple of nice Bobby Brown finds. Why not, eh? I don't have these on 7. Don't Be Cruel, the Rapturous edit, and just the main version on the B-side. Bobby Brown again, Every Little Step with rap, and an edit on the B. It's never been played. The covers are in really good condition. Import 12, this US Import 12. Scritty Politti, Tinsel Town to the Boogie Down. Remixes from Psycho Les, Ali Shaheed Muhammad, and Pete Rock, all on 112 instrumentals as well. So that's going to be pretty backpacking type East Coast hip hop sounding. US 12, very happy to find that on Virgin Records. LP wise, I found 10 City, their 1990 debut album on Atlantic Records. Great find on LP, this. Obviously the big hits, That's the Way Love Is, Foundation, Devotion. They were all the singles from it, weren't they? But just one of my favourite groups, 10 City. Garage Soul, brilliant. Tongue in Cheek, UK group, which I had on CD of this. I can't remember if I got it on vinyl or not, but it was so cheap I couldn't leave it there. The big hits, Why, Nobody, Forget Me Nots, Tomorrow, all big singles. Just great memories of this group, long forgotten now. Really nice find, this Slave album from 1982 on Cotillion. You know, this early 80s boogie stuff, now disco stuff, people are just, especially vinyl albums, they're snapping them up. I was really surprised to find this. I do need to listen to this album though. Sweet Thing, Friday Nights, Be My Babe. I just know that's going to be a really, really good listen from 82. Really surprised to see this on vinyl. Even the guy in the shop said, I can't believe I've not sold it yet. The classic Grace Jones, Island Life, with Pull Up to the Bumper on, My Jamaican Guy, Slave to the Rhythm. Never, lovely copy this, nice gatefold sleeve. You know, you think of like the way Sade albums are selling now for big money. Well, not big money, but £20. Even like Tracy Chapman album from 88, a debut, £40. I mean, these Grace Jones, the classics, I'd snap them up if you see them now on vinyl. And then finally, the debut album from Atlantic Star. It's a US pressing, 1978. Keep It Coming, Give Me Your Lovin'. Sharon A. Bryant on vocals. Lovely pressing, this US pressing, never been played. So yeah, that's episode 7. Like I say, I'm off for a few weeks now, so I'll be get to do a few more videos. I'll be out and about the weekend. So yeah, have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.